Hi everyone, welcome to another super exciting episode of the Ability Conversation Room. Here's where we talk about any and everything about disability. Today I am super excited. Why? Because I have my heartbeat, I have the love of my life, I have that special one on the show today with me. Oh, she's not shy, don't let her fool you. Welcome to another super one. Welcome, darling. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Did I tell you you're so beautiful?
Yes. Thank
Aww.
you.
Oh, for myself.
Aww.
So today I don't want to waste any time. I will just want us to just jump right into it. Did I introduce myself? No. My name is Medua Onyemas, and of course, this is Yewande Onyemas. Today, we'll be telling you all about us, how we met, and the story around our meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's just jump into it. How did we meet?
We met on a lot of occasions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the very first time was in your house.
Okay.
Surprise.
Yeah.
People are
Yeah.
surprised. In your house. As far back as 2004, 2003, 2004, if I'm not mistaken. My cousins were already in university. I was still in secondary school. So I followed them for a follow-up.
Yeah.
So they were checking on you, and I think they were trying to invite you for the next church program, right? At that time. So I just tagged along because the place where we were staying at that time wasn't far from where you were living. So, and your mom and dad received us so well. That's something I can't forget. I just love the warmth around your family. And that was just it because I was too young to start thinking about love, right? So,
and it's not been child abuse from my side.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jesus.
So that went, and then years passed, and we met in church, our former church then, right? Again, but there wasn't any connection.
Yeah,
just based on normal friends, now family friends, right?
Yeah.
And then fast forward to 2024, we reconnected again in my current church, which is also your church that you've been fellowshipping via online, right? Yeah. So that was one of the days you came for the physical service, and we saw again in church, and then we started talking again. Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then from I think you then posted something on your status, calling for volunteers for one of your outreaches.
Yes, at the orphanage.
At the orphanage.
So I have been volunteering in this orphanage for a few years, and then that particular time I wanted to organize a summer program for them. So I needed someone to tutor them in use of computer and graphic design. Yeah. So you showed interest. Yeah. That
caught my attention, and then I reached out, more or less trying to find out the modalities around it. And it was interesting because at that time, I thought, when you like the light bulb just suddenly comes on, and you're like, wow, so this is the person I have been relating with from afar. It gave us an opportunity to talk deeper. It gave us an opportunity to explore our goals, our drive, and it just lit up in my heart, right? That this is the person I want to be with.
And then it occurred to us that we had
similar interests, right? Yes. And from there, one call, I used to be when you're in love now. One call after the other, midnight call. I remember my brother teasing me that time that these calls are getting frequent too. What is going on? Well, he kept quiet and the straight face.
And he was even the one who brought you to church in the first place.
Oh yeah, he brought me that day. Yeah. So maybe I owe him some. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But then that being said, it brought me to know this amazing soul, this woman with a heart of service, someone who is selfless and is willing to go the whole length for anybody. And that caught my attention. Her selflessness and her attention to detail. Oh my goodness. Don't do a project with her. She will not let you rest until it is excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
So, what fascinated you about the other? Is the next question.
Something that fascinated me about you and still fascinates me about you is your calm nature.
Wow.
You're gentle.
Calm.
You're not gentle.
Well,
you're not gentle. Okay, well, let's just say.
Let's just say.
Okay, I say it and I'm very sure about it. It is calm nature. Very calm. I like peace. Calm nature. It has so much wisdom. It's very intelligent. I'll borrow someone's words. He's very cerebral. So and I like communicating with someone and we're flowing and there's a lot to learn, not just gisting about. I think one time somebody mentioned that being in a relationship is not just all about licking ice cream or going to eatery or going to restaurants, but having meaningful conversations. It really got me glued to you. I'm saying that. Yeah.
Wow. I'm humbled. I'm flattered. Okay, for me, it's your selflessness. Of course, you're intelligent. I think for me, do they call it sapiosexual? I connect more with the brain before any other thing, and she's one person that is intelligent and smart. Apart from that, she's selfless, and then she's a go-getter. If she puts her mind to something, nobody can stop her, except nobody, in short, because she's a determined person, and she has a drive for 10 people. So you can imagine what I'm talking about. But then I love her. I love her that way.
I love you too.
Okay. So the next question says, how did I woo you?
Hey. How do you have your way with words anyway? So and then I guess when we started connecting based on our conversations and shared interests, it wasn't all that hard because we were already connecting as friends so well. And the way we just kept on going on. There was one particular day we went on and on about the good things I'm doing, how you really love connecting with me because of the things I'm doing, and you like the selflessness and some other attributes you mentioned. And then you were like, you would like us to be more than friends, right? And then being that you are not just a small boy, you hit the nail right on the head, right?
Yeah.
And told me what you wanted.
Yeah.
And not because I wanted to show anything, but I took my time, right? Are we already in that part of discussion?
Continue.
Yes. I took my time. I wasn't shocked because already our conversations were already getting so closely knitted.
Yeah.
So, well, I took some time, right? And prayed about it. Also, okay, I will leave you to say some things. Go back into it.
Well, just before we get to that angle, I'll just say my own bit from my own end. So getting to talk with her, right? You find out that you meet this amazing individual. She ticked all the boxes based on what was important to me, and so it was just on my mind that, well, you need to move fast before one sharp guy comes from nowhere and do the job for himself. So I at some point I needed to put some urgency, apart from the fact that I understood that we were already friends. And in short, you want to be double sure. Most of my friends were people she had already met.
Yes, we have a
lot of mutual friends. So it made it so easy. And then afterwards, I made my intentions known. She did her homework, and I remember that fateful day. It was at the Keja City Mall or
yes.
Or somewhere. We went
Keja
out,
City Mall,
and then she comes. Well, I've considered what you said, and well, I think we should start something serious. And man, I was the happiest guy of that day, being that I had been through several attempts to cross that line. At some point, I actually crossed it, but it didn't end well. During the course of the show, we would delve into areas. That's another critical area for persons with disability. In short, for any individual, when it comes to getting the right relationship, getting the right woman, you say if you get it right with the wife, you will get it right with the life. That's a wise saying from a wise man. But then that is how it happened with the wooing. And
I did my homework. Despite the fact that I had known him for years, in and out, right? I had to do my homework.
Yeah.
I didn't allow
pity
his disability to make me, oh, okay, let me just settle for him out of pity. No, I did not. I was very, I wouldn't use the word brutal because that's a little bit harsh, but I did my thorough homework. I had to do more background check. I had to do more of that. I had to pray. I had to wait to make sure that I heard God, and also I sought counsel from one of my mentors and also a counselor. I needed which had to do with questioning me, asking me a few questions, balancing
just the motive behind your decision.
Yes, and all that. So that took a while. Somehow to him, it looked like I was taking so much time, but I knew I was doing the right thing, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not about feeling like it was taking too much time. It was making sure that your territory has been marked. Before one smart boy from nowhere just show up. Thank you. As I was saying, back to the question. Before we leave that particular question, yes. I think it's important. We were discussing it the other day. You have somebody who finds herself or himself in our kind of situation. You like somebody who is physically challenged, and you want to get into it. What are those key advice that you will give to them?